go ahead and chime in and help moms over 40 figure out a way for how to differentiate your luxury pet product bundle. Notice how I didn't just stop at the word product, I continued and I say bundle. Did you guys know, fun fact, that there's a very interesting brands right now getting a very good kind of a traction in selling bundles. So if you're thinking of selling only a product for less than 20 bucks and hope that you're gonna strike gold, think again. A lot of successful brands, including small mom and pop shops, including the type of dropshipper TikTok moms, are spending money by doubling down on creating very good bundle. Now, keep something in mind, a bundle is just a way to increase your overall value, your overall AOV. But of course, if you are thinking about a private label, the type of luxury brand, pet brand that will make more sense in terms of just making it more easier for you to sell down the road that product and not get cooked in a by the time you launch the product, then you want to go beyond just basic accessories additions into your bundle. What you want to do, you want to obviously differentiate it. And of course, when it comes to differentiating your bundle, there's easy ways and there's more complex ways, yet more complex ways are more rewarding down the road on your product delivery life cycle. So what I mean by that is, and to help you better understand this, I'm going to combine several metrics. I'm going to combine GMV metrics from TikTok. As you guys know, this is a powerful metric that you want to be constantly tuned into, especially if you're trying to release a product and you're trying to do so in initial phases where you are not necessarily super sure if it's going to work. So you want to do a test run, and to do the test run, you need to do several things, guys. First of all, you need to make sure that you are within your test run limit, meaning if you have $1,000 budget, you want to declare to yourself, that's it, I'm going to stay with this within $1,000 bundle kind of a limit. So that's the first way. And thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for jumping into this live session. Hello, Sophie. Oil is up. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, oil is definitely up. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. And I do talk about stocks as well. And I did make more than $500,000 this year alone just on stocks. So continue listening if you guys want to learn how to make money in the world of TikTok shop dropshipping. That's what I'm talking about today. And of course, guys, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the key that will help you differentiate your products. And so this way you could have this nice, perfect brand for you, luxury pet brand. This way you make more sales. And yeah, so you should oil up for a video. So guys, look, for oils, if you want to invest in oils, yes, predictions is we're probably going to hit, it probably go up. We're dealing with Venezuela here, and there's a lot of troops, kind of like the ships being sent to Venezuela. We're probably going to see some increase in oil and oil prices in a short term. And so if you have some diversification needs and you wanted to do it already, keep something in mind. You only want to do it when it's kind of low, which is relatively low right now. If you go in, it can, like, for the short-term cycle, it probably will hit so hard. Yeah, you could like literally make a lot of money. Like the type of stock that I would invest is, I'll probably go with Oxy. Like right now, I think it was 49 bucks. Yeah, 49 bucks. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Okay, anyway, let's switch to TikTok shop, guys. So the GMV max metric, essentially, in order for you to hit that jackpot, guys, when building your luxury pet brand, what you want to do, you want to take that brand and differentiate it, not just from kind of a cheap accessories where you add into a bundle, which you can still do, and a lot of moms over 40 indeed do it. And in fact, fun statistics for you. 80% of sellers out there are not taking advantages of even simple bundle differentiation. They simply go out on sites like AliExpress and heck, Wish site and just buy a bunch of non-differentiated products, and then down the road they struggle to make any sales in their further product life cycle. And of course it becomes really frustrating for moms over 40 to experience when all they had to do is just join this channel and just listen to a few of my workshops to help you avoid this in the first place. And instead of taking an easy route, do something that 20% of the population do, population of sellers. So we got 80% of the sellers who just whenever they want to sell something on TikTok shop, they just buy a simple product and they resell it. Once again, guys, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the statistics is not on your side. Now, can you do this with a strategy that you still be that type of person who doesn't really differentiate much and just kind of still be within that 80% and make money quickly? Yeah, absolutely. So, and this is the model. This is a TikTok shop dropshipping model for very, like, when you find a product that is just going viral in the first like 7 days, it's not really viral. There's not that many people on Meta promoting ads, but it's approximately good enough for you to get that sense that it's about to go viral. And the way you get that sense is by analyzing through Meta library the number of sellers and just going to like Amazon, taking a look at Wish, taking a look at bundles, different types of listings, and seeing how many number of sellers in the past 7 weeks running ads before you commit to it. So you don't want to commit. You don't want to commit into a product that doesn't necessarily have too many videos, UGC videos. If you see a product that is approximately good enough and viral worthy, and trust me, with burner method, you're going to be able to identify that relatively quickly. Your brain, the way your brain works, it's not going to be able to pick up information if you only exist in one platform. If you only exist in ChatGPT, you're going to get cooked. You won't be able to come up with a differentiating viral idea. But if you use a combination of ChatGPT with deep level research and the rating algorithm that I described to you earlier in my previous workshops, then of course you're going to be able to use that research to your advantage. So this way you have a lot better, you're just gonna have more fun in your later phases, where you're not gonna be under the gun of having to compete with sophisticated people out there who already are running the same, who are increasing their ads. By the time, guys, if you're using tools like Jungle Scout or any tools like this, it's good. It's a good way for you to kind of see things, but you're looking at data that is already there, not at the data that is going to be there. Okay, guys? So what I do is I do prescriptive-based analytics and predictive-based analytics in context of deep-level research for a particular product. And what I do is I make it easy for moms over 40 to understand how to do the same by literally showing you how I'm doing this with my luxury pet brand, which is my second brand that I'm building. My primary brand is my talent agency, Freedom Fusion System. And my luxury brand, the actual brand, is where you get to actually see me build an actual product, differentiate it, research it, and show you step by step for how to do so, how to generate ideas, how to mimic that same framework to generate even further ideas, and eventually get together with suppliers, Chinese suppliers, and be able to sell your products at a higher profit, and while doing so, conforming to the rules and regulations of the TikTok shop platform. And as you guys know, the rules are simple. You play by the rules. The rules are they push the GMV. Anybody who is pushed through GMV means gross margin value is big. In the first 7 days, you achieve $1,500 of GMV. If you can achieve that, it will push you through. I'm gonna flip the coin and talk about from the affiliate standpoint. Right now, it's just kind of focusing on TikTok shop seller standpoint, but I'm gonna flip the coin and I'm gonna talk about TikTok shop affiliates. If you're a seller, if you're trying to make any money at all, well, what you need to do is you need to slightly take a peek on the other side of things. And here's what the other side of things look like for TikTok shop affiliates. What it looks like is like this. Hey guys, promote the brands that are being pushed through GMV Max that is less than $20, and the video got to be more less than 30 seconds. Now go ahead and revisit your criteria, winning product criteria, and ask yourself, do you have a product that is less than $20 that you're going with? And if you say no, then of course you're not meeting that criteria. But if you say yes and is bundled, then that's okay. That's okay. But providing that that bundle does not reduce your kind of perceived value, it doesn't look like just junk, bunch of junk. Too many SKUs and too many like products in one SKU will cause the perceived value to look like junk. And of course you don't want that. You want higher quality product with a great aesthetics, and not only aesthetics but great ASMR factors integrated directly into physical product itself, from the way from the shape and form that it looks like, and of course from the standpoint of the bundling of the actual package bundle itself, in a way where it's incentivizing without violating TikTok shop policies and other regulations that are even beyond TikTok shop in terms of incentivizing people to provide reviews and all those other factors. This is something that not talked anywhere, but the risk of you proceeding anyway and not understanding those factors can result in you losing your shipment when it gets to TikTok shop fulfillment center, and it results in you simply you could just be missing out a lot of money, guys, not understanding those factors. Now, there are some gray hat factors that you could still introduce in order to maximize your native capabilities of the TikTok shop itself. And that also applies to Amazon, by the way, guys. So what does that mean, native capabilities of TikTok shop in terms of selling more products? Well, you got to hit that GMV max score, else you're going to be gradually outgunned. Now, how do you do that, and what's the reason? Well, obviously, if it's GMV max pushed your brand, then you're getting more 10 to 30% profits, more higher profits. Plus the fact that TikTok provides other incentives and all sorts of other coupons for people to where they subsidize the reasoning to buy your products that can favor even more, where you could stack that on top even further in your life cycle. But that's a separate discussion. What I'm talking about right now is the gray hat tactics of maximizing your profit margins. The ways to do that without getting kind of like violating too many things. If you decided to play by the not play by the rules of TikTok and wanted to play by the rules of other platform, then that's okay. You could still be within those other tactics, except TikTok makes it clear that you can't use any kind of off-platform initiatives in order to promote or incentivize people. So how do you do this? How do you position yourself where you still incentivized for your products, where you could still have that upper edge and finally hit that GMV score metric? Remember, if you don't hit that GMV, you're gonna be working harder versus smarter. But if you hit that GMV, you're gonna be working smarter. How do you hit the GMV? You gotta have people who go in like an organic way, figure it out and find your shop an organic way. How can you force the organic way, native way of going through your TikTok shop? By doing it in non-organic way. I'm using concepts of polarization and I'm flipping the coins upside down. This is advanced skill not taught anywhere in the world, guys. So this is top-notch content. If you understand it, trust me, guys, you're going to be able to outgun your competitors relatively quickly just with few of those strategies alone. I'm not even discussing anything super complex yet, like, hey, how do you actually modify the actual product itself that has mold criteria where you got to modify mold and include all this, I don't know, rim around the product to make it very good aesthetics and ASMR functions that will, I don't know, like a blowing smoke, like a volcano smoke coming out of a diffuser or something, whatever the kind of product that you're introducing. Like, I'm not even talking about that, but those are indeed viral differentiation, instant factor, which, by the way, is the criteria for the winning product. Now, some of you will say, well, okay, how do I achieve that, and how do I achieve that gray hat tactic? What should I do? So here's what you do. I'm gonna go ahead and describe the sequence. What you want to do, you want to set up a quick funnel, and you want to set up a rebate campaign, a full refund campaign for your TikTok shop. So where you literally tell people, go ahead. This is a pre-launch campaign, only available to few people, to the first 50 people. If you buy the product now, I'll provide the full refund. But you do this not on TikTok, you do this through Meta. And to reduce your chances of TikTok identifying that you're doing that, off platform, you basically modify your funnel. You use AI content driven automations inside of the funnel to make it more natural and organic. And to do that, you create different challenges within the funnel. So in simple words, person goes to your sales page and sees the ad that you're going to post on Meta Ads saying, look, here's the products. You guys could get a product for free. Go ahead and buy it. I'll provide you the refund. Now, obviously, the person is not going to be stupid enough to go ahead and do that if you don't have your personal brand. If you have a personal brand and you're like literally whipping out threads, then yeah, people are going to be like, oh my God, I trust this person. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. So there's certain characteristics that are involved before you introduce this gray hat tactic. Now I cover how to create your own personal brand in my bundle called Thread Stack. You could quickly scroll through it, learn it. I have close to 4,000 workshops, and you could do this in parallel. I highly recommend you guys do this in parallel and build your personal brand. So this way you could execute some of those gray hat tactics. And if you get kicked out of TikTok, for example, besides, you shouldn't be like placing all of your eggs in one basket. You should be diversifying your e-commerce business. And of course, to do that, you want to be using a combination of Amazon, TikTok Shop, and Shopify, and heck, WAP, if I was you guys as well. And in some cases, Etsy. But many of you guys can't do all of those, and I understand that. And I'm not expecting you to do all of those, but I'm expecting you to do some of them in certain phases, in certain sequences of your product life launch cycle. If you go ahead and create a Shopify store in the beginning and then wonder why you're not getting any sales, well, don't be surprised. It's stupid easy right now to create a Shopify store with just the press of a button, of an AI button, and like AI generates the whole thing for you. It's so stupid easy to go ahead and create Shopify store. So why would you want to go ahead and create a Shopify store in the beginning? Oh, let me explain why. Have you ever heard of concept of IP, intellectual property? Well, if you do this through Amazon, it's going to be Amazon, if it sees that intellectual property, if you were to order some products from China and decided to go through OEM approach, original equipment manufacturer, versus ODM approach, original design manufacturer, where you kind of get other people's products quickly, which is what 80% of sellers do. Remember, I gave you that statistics, right? Then you could have have more potential issues down the road. And on Amazon, where when you do this through Amazon, you could get dinged right away. And to minimize that, like, how do you do this? Well, either A, you slightly modified. Sure, you could introduce additional bundles, but at the end of the day, it's somebody's design. So that could hurt you, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. You could still do it. Just search the IP database to see if there's any intellectual properties. Not all of them are IP'd, and you could still proceed. And there's a lot of people do it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just with Shopify, you're gonna have less friction when you do this. You're gonna have less friction with IP kind of style products. So go with Shopify later, not right away, later. Okay, guys? Still go with Amazon first, but before the Amazon, do eBay. Why eBay? Why not Shopify? Because eBay, there's no, you don't have to deal with like promoting ads, pushing meta ads to Shopify. On eBay, it's all native. There's like 2 billion people on eBay, and it's just, yeah, it's just native. You don't need to pay for extra advertisement. So so do that original test with your products, with your product bundle on eBay. Send it over to yourself, send it over to your house, so send it over to your 3PL, but don't do it direct. Do it through sourcing agent. So this way they could package everything, do all the material, like do the quality assurance, all that kind of stuff. You don't want to be in a situation where you shipping something from, I don't know, like a random supply factory, unless that factory happens to be, can bundle everything up for you and differentiate the products. But in most of the cases, it's not going to be the case. They're going to be contented with getting volume deals. So that's their business, their priority business. They will try to hit you with like 500, 1,000 MQs, whatever this minimum order value. So obviously you don't want to be in that situation, but you could still negotiate down. There's certain negotiation techniques. I'm not going to go over those techniques now, but my biggest negotiation technique would be like this. If you have a talent agency, you could reach out to them and say, look, I have influx of moms over 40 coming in. We'd like to do business with you long term. What's the best thing you could do for me? This is the reason why you gotta build 2 brands, not 1. You gotta build like a talent agency as an example, or some other type of agency that provides services with combination of actual brand, like a luxury brand. So think about that, guys. Next time when you start creating that gives you leverage power, but doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have a talent agency. No, you could still start off with building your luxury pet product brand, but just remember, you're going to need the correct sourcing agents, because it's not going to be worth it for you to do this yourself with boxing and like adding different SKUs, because essentially what's going to be happening is when you go with that gray hat tactic, you're going to be setting up multiple SKUs that have certain QR codes, that have certain ways to notify your customers that they should be creating videos, but not by pushing them to create videos in a way where you're going against practices, but modifying that practice slightly in a way that you're still compliant with the overall import laws and, of course, TikTok guidelines. And it's not just TikTok, it's Amazon too, but TikTok is more loose. It's loose like a goose. It's more loose. That's why I love TikTok. TikTok is like going back in history of Amazon right now. Amazon is just way too oversaturated. Now, should you be doing both? Yeah, you should be doing the proof of concept of Amazon, FBA, and before that, you gotta hit it with eBay, and then you're gonna warm up your TikTok shop, and you're gonna warm it up with using those gray hat tactics in combination with other white hat tactics, including large language models, where you're generating dynamic-based SEO with modified content per your product on the fly, based on whatever is trending. This is called Threads Bots SEO, part of my innovative AI content-driven automations available for you in my bio link. So if you haven't checked out my bio link, bio.link/Freedom Fusion system, definitely check it out. But what those dynamic large language models can do, the code that is responsible for finding viral, not finding viral products, but promoting your company through those dynamic keywords that change constantly, that code could be automated. So this way you get this organic presence on Google from constantly like dynamic switched up keywords versus the same static keywords. Like that doesn't even make any sense, guys, to have constant static keywords other than like whatever it is your agency does, or whatever your company does, like from the beginning standpoints. But it doesn't make any sense until you use dynamic based SEO Sure, there's going to be some keywords you could use on the internet and use Google AdSense, PPC, whatever, right? But the bottom line is, guys, you gotta have a combination of both. You gotta have dynamic and static. Static for very low competition keywords in combination for your product, but dynamic for some of those recurring trending topics that are going on. That's gonna get people to recognize that you're selling these things in your niche pet business, selling those products. So this is more advanced type of stuff, and we do offer AI content driven automations for moms over 40 who is interested in setting this up. So this way you have literally signals coming in from multiple platforms, and your page automatically optimized. It's you could do it in WordPress, but we could also do it custom based, completely custom based, the whole thing. For research and kind of recognition of and doing A to B testing and all sorts of other stuff, guys, you want to don't even do any A/B testing without first initial validation that those products are being sold by other people. And once again, this is covered by in many of my workshops. I show you guys for how to validate that without spending insane amount of money on A to B testing. Now, in regards to differentiation of your product, if you go ahead and proceed building, like trying to do a design and spend like 6 months trying to do like 3D design, and guys, don't waste your time, because what can happen is in the real world, what's going to happen after you do that design, you're going to try to contact the manufacturer and they're going to be like, nope, sorry, I can't help you. This design is not compatible with any of our systems, with any of our molds. It's not gonna, we're gonna have to redo the whole thing and just wasted 6 months. Now, should you have a proof of concept, like small ideas, and just kind of having that idea iterated and back and forth communicated? Sure. Who can do this for you? Well, an inventor. I do have connections with inventor who can help you iterate through idea. Where do you get the idea? Well, you get the idea from differentiating the products. I have created ratings mechanism that will help you identify idea with high degree of confidence. You get the complete checklist, the prompt for ChatGPT, and how to generate those ideas with high degrees of confidence for what is going to be the winning product. And you're going to see exactly how I do it. Me and Bruno do it as part of my talent agency. You could literally foreshadow me and Bruno, and before you go live with your product, you could also jump in and ask questions in our community, and we could take a look and tell you if it's a good idea or if it's a bad idea to proceed with that. But effectively, guys, look, if you're starting this out, sure, a lot of people will be just like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do like a minimum $1,000 order. I'm gonna go ahead and go through 3 rounds of testing. Well, 3 rounds of scaling, I should say. 3 rounds of scaling. You have to, when I'm talking about scaling, I'm talking about in that first round of you going launch, pre-launch, post-launch, all those things. When you're going to be doing, you need to kind of understand that if you skip on one component, let's say if you skip on sourcing agent, you're cooked. You're not going to, like, whatever you have in your mind right now, guys, whatever you think that you can retain in your mind, forget about it. You cannot. Your brain is not able to retain all of this information in your mind. But what it can do, you can systemize it. So this way you could track all of those pieces that I just described. So this way you don't make the mistake and get the product from somebody else and don't end up going through the sourcing agent. And do you guys even know what sourcing agents can do for you? Like, a lot of the reason why people are so hesitant in using sourcing agents to pull multiple products, to create all those differentiations and do all sorts of boxing and design and like quality assurance and quality testing. Like, this is a huge part of the supply chain, guys. But a lot of moms over 40, they'd be like, no, I'd rather go to the factory. I'd rather go to AliExpress. Well, get cooked trying to order from AliExpress right away. You're gonna get cooked. Sure, you could do a proof of concept, but like, what's the point of investing time in something that easily going to be replicable by another competitor, and you just have that higher risk factor of being cooked? Like, it just doesn't even make any sense. Like if I was you, I'd just start off directly with private label brand. And don't worry if you guys don't know how to create any logos, if you don't know how to use any of those AI tools, you're gonna learn all of that in my Feudal Incubator and my custom coaching program, how to do this. And you get connected with suppliers, inventors, who can go back and forth through the whole iteration process. Those inventors can also provide some additional guidance and advice. But what we do is we help you generate the idea, we help you learn how to generate that idea. So this way you could see how we're doing it as well. You could ask questions before you go live with your product. And in the process, we help you systemize it and hook you up with our own Freedom Fusion System CRM as well, which is customer relationship management system. So this way you could track all of your interactions in one spot. And it has a social engine where you could blast content across multiple social platforms. And it has email nurturing campaigns, book appointment system, AI content-driven automations for QR code generators, and all sorts of other things. Phone numbers, all that other stuff. So this way you have everything in one place. We also, what we do, also, we connect you with other UGC creators as well. We help you learn how to get connected with other UGC creators and help you create that snowball effect in your product bundle. So this way, when you launch the product bundle, it's not just a digital side of things where you're doing things digitally. There's actually something packed inside of the box, a bunch of QR codes that are incentivizing your buyers to go ahead and create content on their social platforms, giving additional boost. We focus on different types of platforms. Our primary expertise is definitely, guys, threads. You could learn more about Thread Stack Digital Power Bundle. We have close to over 2,000 moms right now following me on Threads. And of course, I cover YouTube and many other platforms, how to blow up relatively quickly on YouTube and get insane amount of leads and do all that. But none of that matters if you don't have a good product that is not only the idea has been differentiated idea, but the idea has been executed. So whatever the differentiated idea that you're going to get from the just ChatGPT, that's not going to be strong enough. Your brain is not able to correlate all of those different pieces of media that needs to be infused into your mind in order for you to make that decision for what is right and for what is wrong. With ChatGPT alone, it's not sufficient enough for you to have to make that decision. But with combination of our frameworks that you're going to learn in our Feudal Incubator custom coaching program, plus ChatGPT and our prompts, you're going to be able to have that confidence that you're seeking to make the right decision. So think about it. It's either A, you proceed and you don't pick a sourcing agent and don't do any of those things that we described. Don't try to be within the boundaries of that GMV metrics. Don't engineer your products, your digital marketing directly inside of the physical product in order to hit that GMV max score. Don't engineer the UGC creators who are going to be creating, don't engineer their hooks and everything like that and that nature, so this way they could promote your content. Don't get squabbled up together with virtual assistants that can help you grow your brand faster. If you don't do any of that, you're just gonna only go through maybe the best thing what's gonna happen is you're gonna get a bunch of products delivered to your house, and that's it. You're not gonna be able to sell anything. When I first started this, Pepsi, billion-dollar company, created a drink after my company's name called Freedom Fusion Mountain Dew Edition. I didn't know how to do marketing. I started in 2024. I didn't know how to do that. I doubled down on content creation, marketing, developed incredible skills. This is the reason why I'm able to so confidently help you guys, not only go through the process of finding the correct suppliers, connecting you with the right people who can help you find the right suppliers, and also I'm able to help you get connected with other people, like inventors who are actually inventing products, and other types of very smart people who can guide you, and also in the process of helping you get connected with UGC creators. So this way you have systemized way of reaching out to them, and you have everything lined up through entire life cycle, through pre-launch, launch, post-launch. You get that training in that Feudal Incubator, everything that I just described, and you can try before you commit, meaning where we're actually going to give you our product. We don't want to fail. So what we do is like, okay, if you want to learn this, the best way to learn it is to execute it. So we give you the product, we show you how to reverse engineer other products, how to see what is best without actually being an engineer. You don't need to be an engineer. You just need to understand high cardinality, heterogeneous complexities of the reviews of other sellers on Amazon and whatnot. Don't worry, with deep level research, you'll be able to do that. And yeah, and then the rest is just going, it's just developing your communication skills between suppliers, between sourcing agents, between inventors, and going back and forth and orchestrating the entire product line and communicating with customers. So that's basically what you do. We take care of the technical stuff. Well, in the beginning, we hook you up with our own product that you're going to be building, that you're going to be marketing. So this way, develop those marketing skills and all of those tactics that I just described. We hook you up with all the necessary tools for you to pull the trigger and not be lost. But all you do, you in exchange, you help us. You help grow this product. You basically helping us. We're helping you. We're helping you with education, with systems, with everything to get you that comfort. And then when you're ready to commit and actually join the Feudal Incubator, that's when you jump into Feudal Incubator and say, yep, I'm actually, oh my God, I was able to sell an insane amount of products for Ron Wells and his talent agency. Man, I wish I did this for myself. Now I feel more confident now because I know I understand the process. Damn, I want to do this for myself. Then at that point, you could join Feudal Incubator. So we make it super easy, guys, for you to pull that trigger and not be scared. So that's the idea, guys. So I told you I'd come back. I wanted to read the comments. I wanted to also not only read the comments, guys, but to get out of my car because I don't want to get cooked. Typically around this time, guys, what I like to do is I like to take my audience to like coffee shop, and sometimes I take you guys to the beach. One of the things I also teach moms over 40, and I don't even want to say the word teach. I just want to say guide moms over 40 with is to become the next wave of creators, meaning not just being one trick pony and promoting other people's product. Why would you want to do that, guys? Like being TikTok shop affiliates and wasting your time going through one video, another video, getting burned out. Like forget about that. Just build your luxury pet brand, and my talent agency, together with other smart people, will help you take this to another level. But right now, guys, what I want to do is I quickly want to go into and get some coffee or something and take you guys around. So, and keep something in mind, guys. The next wave of creators are going to be the next wave of creators are going to be the type of people who get their audiences involved in the process, and not only involve their audiences into process, but also understand the margins and know how to build actual brands. That's going to be the next wave of creators. So that's going to be happening rapidly, and you guys can learn how to become that next wave of creator. So this way you can spend more time with your pets, kids, and dogs. And of course, guys, it also helps if you do have a bunch of pets. My brother has 2 dogs and 3 cats, and he's paying a lot of money for those. He had to pay for like $30,000 for a bill for his cat. This cat had skin problems, so I had to figure out a way. Yep, I got a cinnamon raisin bagel with cream cheese toasted, and 1 small coffee, light and sweet.
Small hot coffee or ice?
Yeah, small hot coffee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
That's it.
6.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit and try to get a coffee. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. I wish I could respond to some of the comments, but I think I'll try. So I told you I'd come back. Do you remember me? What about pawn shop and thrift store thrifting? Are you talking about reselling? Yes. Chad, do you all think they should oil? Okay, so let me go ahead and respond. For pawn shop and thrift store thrifting, I don't really specialize in that, but I don't see how whatever it is that I'm showing with thread stack is it could be like relevant for you for your pawn shop, but you'd need to have UGC creators to promote it. If you want, we could help you get connected with UGC creators who can promote your pawn shop. That's what my talent agency does. But my core area of specialization is e-commerce. So in simple words, what I do is I help moms over 40 get connected with UGC creators. So this way moms over 40 get to build their brands and other people get to sell products for them and they make profits. So basically that's my specialization. What I do is I help moms over 40 get connected with suppliers, inventors, and UGC creators. So this way, instead of spending a lot of time creating videos, promoting other people's brands, instead you simply build your own brand and pretty much it's smooth sailing afterwards. So that's the idea, guys. That's the idea. Thank you. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'll probably create another workshop